Some Highway Patrol troopers took the stand today in support of canine training techniques used by a former colleague. Former Sergeant Charles Jones was fired last month. He was accused of animal abuse after another trooper turned over two 15-second video clips. Now, we warn you, the video you're about to see is graphic and may disturb some viewers. It shows Jones suspending his canine partner Rico from a railing and kicking the dog to force it to release a chew toy. His lawyer says Jones was using techniques he learned from the Highway Patrol. He says Rico was a particularly aggressive alpha dog that required extra training. WFMY News 2's Julia Back spent the day with canine trainers and law enforcement officers that have canines on staff. And Julia, is this training really as brutal as what we just saw?
Hardly, Sandra. Actually, dog trainers and canine handlers tell me that there's simply no excuse for kicking or hanging a dog. In fact, they say that's simply not training. While the way they train is anything but gentle, experts say it's actually fun for the dog.
Look at his tail. It's wagging and he's having a blast.
Ringo is learning to be a canine officer.
Lift him up by the collar.
His trainer calls what he saw in the state trooper's cell phone video abuse.
It's a shame.
The Rockingham County Sheriff and his deputies agree.
It is disturbing to see that.
At times you have to make things a little uncomfortable, but never punching or kicking or hanging a dog.
This is about as rough as things get for Ringo. But Adam Witherspoon insists he's not hurting the dog. He's using a padded stick to prepare Ringo to face a bad guy.
And this is to keep him focused on if the person that he's biting has a weapon and is sitting there hitting him or something with a weapon, he doesn't pay attention to that and let go, which puts the officer in jeopardy.
But harming Ringo is out of the question.
For anyone to betray a dog's trust and abuse it, that's bad. I don't know why it happens.
Good boy. Witherspoon says he'd actually like to sit down and talk to the state trooper in the video and show him some better alternatives for coaxing a canine to release a chew toy.
And that's what?
Well, actually, one way he showed me is where you'll pinch the dog on the flank that's just before their hind leg. And it's kind of like somebody pinching your underarm. It'll definitely make you want to let go.
Ouch. I'd let the chew toy go for that. All right, thanks, Julia. Well, members of the Durham and Chatham County Sheriff's Departments and trainers for Wake County all say they are not familiar with the brutal techniques Trooper Jones used. They say they don't train their dogs with such force. And by the way, a veterinarian examined Rico shortly after the training exercise and found that the dog was not injured. He has been retired, though, from active duty.